It has been a little later than we expected and what we hoped for, but the time has finally come for West Perry baseball as we kick off the 2023 spring sports season here at West Perry High School. Game 1 of the year for the Baseball Mustangs is against the Big Spring Bulldogs here at West Perry High School varsity baseball field. Hello everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics, here for this very exciting Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup to open up the 2023 baseball season. Opening day here for the Mustangs. Big Spring comes into this game already with 2 games under their belt, 1 win and 1 loss. They started off the year this past week at home against Carlisle back on the 21st, and the Bulldogs were dominated by the Carlisle Herd by a score of 15-4. But then they later regrouped in their second game on the road at Bermudian Springs, and the Bulldogs were victorious 6-1 back on March 25th, just a couple of days ago. A year ago, both of these teams made it to the District 3 4A playoffs, and both teams losing in the first game of those respective playoffs. The Big Spring Bulldogs were 7-14 overall. They were number 10 seed, the last spot in the District 3 4A playoffs. They lost in a preliminary game in the first round against the number 7 seed Middletown. And the Blue Raiders were victorious 8-4 in that one. West Perry, it is a year of redemption this year, as West Perry a year ago was the number 1 overall seed in the District 3 4A playoffs. They had a first round bye and played a winner of a first round game between Octorara and Fleetwood. The Fleetwood Tigers were the number 9 seed in those playoffs, and they took a big risk setting up their second best pitcher against Octorara, and it paid off, meaning that Fleetwood later came here on this field a year ago and setting up their ace to get a 2-0 win, an upset victory a year ago. So West Perry, a year ago, 14 wins, 7 losses a year ago. They will look for a much better season and hopefully a better outcome for them in the District 3 playoffs should they get there. Last year, these two teams met twice at Big Spring. The Mustangs won the first game against the Bulldogs by a score of 11-1. Then later that same year, a year ago, here at West Perry, the Mustangs were victorious 5-1. And here come the Mustangs out on the field, and we are getting set, ready to go. Cole Brown is the starting pitcher for the Mustangs here tonight. Josiah Twig is doing the catching duties behind the plate. Our first base is Braden McKeever. Second base is Austin Lyons. The third baseman is Quentin Ogden, who in this game last year against Big Spring, he hit a home run out over the left field wall. When Ogden, with that home run, he had his first home run for the Mustangs since 2011 when Jake Weber hit the dinger over center field. At shortstop is the now sophomore star Mason Sano, the son of head coach Chip Sano. Mason Sano had a fantastic year a year ago, hitting over 500, leading the team in batting average and RBIs, as well as stolen bases. Over in left field is Jordy Ogden. At center field is Tanner Sigler. And at right field is the power throw of Bryce Smith. Here's the starting lineup for the Big Spring Bulldogs, as Big Spring will get the bat first in the top of the first inning. Batting first will be the second baseman, number 14, Josh Motter. Batting second is the third baseman, number 8, Graham Walk. Batting third is the first baseman, number 18, Brady Singer. Batting fourth is the pitcher, as well as designated hitter for the team. One of the new rules for baseball that really isn't all that new, but we'll get more into that in a second. Number 7, batting fourth, is Caleb Stewart, who will be the pitcher for Big Spring. Batting fifth is the catcher, number 22, Caden Clark. Batting sixth is the left fielder, number 10, Ethan Eisenberg. Number 7, batting seventh, is the center fielder, number 5, Carter Hall. Batting eighth is the shortstop, number 6, Josh Hawkinsmith. And batting ninth is the right fielder, number 2, Jake Nouse. As we are getting set, ready to go for opening day here for West Perry Baseball. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Cole Brown, the starting pitcher for the Mustangs. And Josh Mutter is going to start us off here. A beautiful sunshiny day here. A few clouds in the area, of course. And windy, and that's nothing new here at West Perry. Gorgeous day for baseball, and the first pitch of the season is up high for ball one. Look to be a bit inside, and that's ball one here. To Josh Mutter, second baseman for the Bulldogs. And Big Spring already brand new. Second pitch is a line drive, and it's going to get out to right center field for a base hit. Terrence Sigler's going to cut off, and just like that, the Bulldogs are on base first with a leadoff single. Already a fantastic start here for the Bulldogs. A leadoff single. Here is Graham Walk. Graham Walk, the third baseman for Big Spring. And a quick throw over, nothing doing. Josh Mutter, a speed threat for the Bulldogs. He can run pretty quick. He probably could have extended that hit for a double. Another quick throw over. Ooh, it was a little bit close, and nothing doing again. The umpires for today's game. Dan Bingaman is calling the balls and strikes, and Peter Train is calling out the bases. Again, throw over. This ball is dropped this time, but still nothing. Terrence Egger able to knock it down. Or excuse me, the first baseman is Braden McKeever. So it's on some bunt here, and down low, and nothing doing. Ball one. A new segment for our broadcast this year. I have a calendar back at home that explains all the national holidays, like you know that every day is a national day of something every single day. Well, today is National Anything on a Stick Day. So we want to know from our viewers at home on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube page, what is your favorite thing to eat or put on a stick? For me, that's obviously the popsicle, like popsicle stick, good ice cream. They can let us know on our live chat here on West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. What is your favorite thing that comes with a stick? A quick throw over again. This is something that you won't see in Major League Baseball very often. Major League Baseball cracking down on a number of times that you can throw over to any base in one at bat. But here it's still the same in high school. You can throw over as many times as you need to. And Bud Shine is still shown, and there's a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or Dan Bingaman said that the bat went around. I think it was a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Absolutely gorgeous day here. 55 degrees here at first pitch. The 1-1 pitch is dug low in the dirt again. 2 balls and a strike to Graham Walk. Early trouble here One of the Mustangs, nobody out. Leadoff runner on first. Cole Brown getting the opening day start, if you will. And now a quick throw over. Again, nothing doing. Again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Wearing a heavy sweatshirt here, and the sun's starting to come out again. Gets a little hot here today. And a button is popped up in the air, and a diving effort there and no, did he catch that? Dan Bigelman said he did. What a great play there for Braden McKeever. And there's one out. Man, we just caught that on tape too. Send that to Sports Center. Popped up in the air, and Braden McKeever diving for it. Dan Bigelman saying it's out. So their batter here is Brady Singer. Lefty hitter. And he takes a hammer at the first pitch, and this is going to split the gap, and this is going to be extra bases. Maybe Big Spring might be able to get on the board first, actually, and the throw is in time, so no runners advancing any further. Bases stand over the cutoff man, and just like that, it's a one-out double, and runners in scoring position. Brady Singer. Wasting little time. Hitting the left center gap. And now two Bulldogs in scoring position to start off this game, to start off the year for the West Prairie defense. Here's Caleb Stewart now, the opposing pitcher. And this is one of the rules that we probably didn't explain a whole lot a year ago. But Caleb Stewart is the pitcher, and he's also the designated hitter. That means if Caleb Stewart at any time in this ball game has to be taken out as the pitcher, he can still stay in the game as a designated hitter. For West Prairie, that's Brandon McKeever, third baseman. Anytime he needs to come out, he can stay in the game as a designated hitter. You definitely don't see that Major League Baseball, I'll tell you what. Major League Baseball opening date, $48 from now. Then my New York Yankees. Yeah, I'm a big Yankees fan, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Judge, the reigning AL MVP, ground ball to his shortstop, and that's got to be the second out, but a run does come in to score. And with that, the Bulldogs take a 1-0 lead in this game, an RBI ground out. And Brady Singer moved over to third base. So round on third with two outs now. Here comes Caden Clark now. Okay, Clark takes a good eye and takes ball one. Remember a year ago, in both games, West Prairie versus Big Spring, the Bulldogs had one run in each of those two games. Here in the first, they already have one. And there's a swing, made contact with it, and a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch, a slow breaking ball, and called strike 2. So for the first time in this game, a Big Spring Bulldog is behind in the hitter's count. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Here's the 1-2, fastball up high, and it's ball 2. Good pitch right there for Cole Brown. Trying to get Clark to chase the fastball above the strike zone. Sometimes that can be a very hard pitch to lay off. The 2-2. chopped foul. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. A big atmosphere here. A lot of fans making the trip here from Big Spring to be here. Something not really a big trip. It's actually a local rivalry just over the mountain here. And gorgeous Prairie Cat. Here's a chopper right back to the pitcher and toss over to first, and that will end the inning. Ken Clark goes down a 1-3 putout, and that's the end of the top half of the first. 1 run comes in to score on an RBI groundout from Caleb Stewart. It is 1-0 for the Big Spring Bulldogs. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first inning here at West Prairie High School. We are back here getting set for the bottom of the first inning. Here is the starting lineup for the West Prairie Mustangs. Head coach Jeff Stano. And here's starting off for the Mustangs. Leading off is the shortstop, number 1, Mason Stano. Batting second is the catcher, number 5, Josiah Twig. Batting third is the pitcher, number 9, Cole Brown. Batting fourth is the third baseman, number 23, Quentin Ogden. Batting fifth is the right fielder, number 13, Bryce Smith. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 17, Austin Lyons. Batting seventh is the left fielder, number 3, Jordy Ogden. Batting eighth is the first baseman / designated hitter, number 8, Braden McKeever. And batting ninth is the center fielder, number 2, Tanner Sigler. That's the starting lineup for the Mustangs. For Big Spring in the top of the first inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, left runner on third base. So the 1-0 lead for Big Spring. See West Prairie able to get back into this game. And here we go in the bottom of the first inning. Mason Stano, the best hitter on the West Prairie team from a year ago, batting over 500 batting average. As a freshman a year ago, the son of West Prairie head coach Jeff Stano. And the pitcher for Big Spring is Caleb Stewart. Caleb Stewart was credited with the RBI on a ground out in the first inning. And the first pitch for him is up high for ball 1. Mason Stano, one of the best hitters in District 3 a year ago. And here's a chopper, and it's going to take a short hop to the shortstop, and a bounce and a hop at first base, and a great scoop there for the third baseman, Brady Singer. And that is the first out of the inning. Not a great throw, but a great scoop by the Big Spring first baseman. And up next here is the senior catcher, Josiah Twig. Josiah Twig, a triathlete here. Big time soccer player here and basketball player here. Now in his final sports season in a West Prairie uniform here for 2023 baseball season. And the first pitch he sees is in for a called strike 1. Good first pitch there for Caleb Stewart. comes the 0-1 pitch to Twig. Twig was second, and Harrison ground ball is stopped by Singer, and Singer's having himself a first inning here. We have seen him in batting practice, or I should say fielding practice earlier today, and he was not making great plays on the scooping the ball and not knocking it down, but here he's done it twice already. A scoop on the first batter, and free unassisted for the second out. Definitely not the start that Westbury has been hoping for. 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Cole Brown. Cole Brown, the pitcher on pitcher here, and the first one is the slow breaking ball down low for ball 1. You probably noticed right away that with our new technology this year, wind should not be an issue this year. We heard several complaints for the last couple of years since starting broadcasting that wind has made a huge impact during the spring season, mainly because we don't have a press box here. And we probably should. I mean, that would be awesome if we can get one. 2 balls and no strikes. But yeah, we have this new technology thanks to some Royal fans here giving me this new headset and the school getting a bunch of other equipment from a year ago. I always appreciate that. Mainly from the ideas of 2 West Prairie baseball players who graduated a year ago, Grayson Shamball and Aiden Russell. We hear Aiden is doing fantastic right now in the college level. He's a pitcher at Elizabethtown College, and we hear he's doing great things. He already has his first win, in fact, in his first game, which is down in Florida against one of the Penn State satellite campuses. I forget which one. We hear Aiden's doing fantastic, and we wish him the best of luck. Grayson Shamball doing great things as well over at Penn State Harrisburg. And very quickly, the count is now full to Cole Brown, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So anyway, with this headset, we actually have a windscreen, which is a little like foam-like thing that surrounds the microphone, and it blocks off the wind. Like, you can still hear me, I hope. And yeah, so wind should not be an issue this year. And that ball is up high for ball 4, and Westbury has their first base runner with a walk here for Cole Brown. Up next here comes the powerhouse, Quentin Ogden, the senior this year. Quentin, in this game a year ago against Big Spring, right here on this field, he hit the first home run for the West Prairie Mustang baseball team for the first time since 2011. A quick throw over, almost got away from the first baseman. Brady Singer able to hold up on it. 2 outs here with a runner on first. I'm sure Big Man. No, that ball gets off the catcher's glove, and that's got to be ruled a pass ball. Cole Brown has got to go to second base easily. And the process, that was ball 1. So ball 1 and a pass ball here. Cole Brown advancing to second base. Good lead off a second for Cole Brown. And timeout off the plate. Dan Bingaman, the home plate umpire. Have you ever thought of becoming a baseball umpire? Same thing for softball. Now you can. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. That was ball 2 and third, and now we're going to have our first mound visit here for the Big Spring catcher. Catcher is Caden Clark. Saying, realize we had 2 very quick 2 outs. And now we got runner in scoring position. I mean, the pass ball was on me for sure, but now he can't give up a 2-0 count to a massive power hitter like Quinton Ogden. Good hitters count here, 2-0. Here's the next pitch, slow breaking ball, down low for ball 3. It seems like that Big Spring might remember this guy. I mean, he was a junior a year ago, now he's a senior. Hit a home run on this field, and the left field foul pole is 330 feet away from home plate. So if you get a home run here, that's a shot, ladies and gentlemen. That's like Major League Baseball dimensions. And if you can hit a home run here, pretty much you can hit a home run anywhere. That was a strike 1. Ogden taking on 3-0. Comes to 3-1, and that's in the dirt for ball 4. So back-to-back walks here after 2 quick outs. And up next here is Bryce Smith. Bryce Smith, a senior this year. Runners on first and second after back-to-back walks. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Here's Bryce Smith. Bryce Smith, over the years here at Westbury, he has made one of the most memorable plays out in right field in history of Westbury baseball. Like every now and then, he just launches a ball so hard that it nails a runner no matter what base it is, even first base. 1-0 the count now, and here's the 1-0 pitch in the dirt again, ball 2. Caleb Stewart struggling to find the strike zone in the last couple of at-bats. Here he's behind 2-0 already. Bryce probably looking to tie this game up or perhaps take the lead. 2-0 inside, ball 3. And Caleb Stewart is definitely throwing hard, but he's having trouble finding the strike zone here. Sun's starting to make an appearance again. The 3-0. And, called strike 1, says Dan Pinkerman. Looked like Smith was about to take first base, making bases loaded. But that was only the first strike. 3 balls and a strike here. Has a chance to make the bases loaded or perhaps tie this game up. A 3-1, and it way inside. Smith had to avoid it, and that's ball 4. Walks back to back to back, and the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. And here comes the Big Spring coach. Head coach for Big Spring is Jesse Hortner, and he's making a first inning mound visit here. Definitely never a good sign. I mean, you got 2 very quick outs on just 4 pitches. And now all of a sudden you're having trouble finding the strike zone. And now the bases are loaded with 3 straight walks. Westbury Track and Field is having their home opener here today in a tri meet with Westbury against Christian Catholic Academy, I think. No, West Shore Christian Academy, excuse me. West Shore Christian Academy and Camp Hill. And there's the pitch. Here's the Austin Lions, and a cross out of play. No good. Not in time. And on a pass ball again, everyone goes, well, not everybody. Carl Brown advances to, Carl Brown just scored. And just like that, we are now tied on a pass ball. Quinton Ogden hustling over to third. Bryce Smith stays put at first. The Austin Lions, the batter here for Westbury. We are now tied at 1 apiece here in the first inning. Very long first inning here. Here's Here's the next pitch, and here goes Bryce Smith off to the races, and not a throw here to second. So now you got 2 runners in scoring position. That was strike 1 to Austin Lyons by Bryce Smith, stealing second. Here's the 1-1 up high, and called strike 2. So much better at bat this time, but still has to finish it off. We are tied at 1 now at the first inning. Trying to get out of this inning. Trying to strand runners in scoring position, and next pitch. And that hit him. Austin Lyons gets hit by a pitch, and the bases are back to being loaded. So the bases are back loaded with 2 outs. Big rally here for the Mustangs. Next batter here is Jordy Ogden. Jordy Ogden getting his first start as a West Prairie varsity player, and he takes the first pitch up high, ball 1. 7th batter of the inning for the Mustangs. Bases are loaded, tied at 1 with 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The next pitch, right down the middle, strike 1. Yeah, like you get 2 outs in the first 4 pitches of the game. Then you walk the next 3 batters. A run scores on a pass ball. Then you hit a batter. And, looked a bit low, but that's called strike 2. Obviously, that hit by pitch wasn't intentional with 2 strikes. But 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Tied at 1. Opening day here for West Prairie Mustangs. A 1-2 swing and a miss. That's the first strikeout of the game. And it goes down, Jordy Ogden goes down swinging. And that will end the first inning. A lot of offense. 7 batters come up to the plate for the Mustangs, but only scoring 1 run. Stranding the bases loaded. And we'll go to the second, tied at 1. You are watching West Prairie Baseball against the Big Spring Bulldogs, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the second inning. We are back here now for the top of the second inning. For West Prairie, the ball in the first, 1 run on no hits, no errors, and leaving 3 runners on base. So here we are at top of the second. 1 run apiece for each team. And Ethan Eisenberg, number 6 hitter for the Bulldogs, will get started here in the top of the second inning. And right away, showing signs of bunt. And home plate umpire Dan Bingaman saying he ran around. Strike one. Ethan Eisenberg, the left fielder for the Bulldogs. Again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. So, breaking ball right there for strike two. Here's the 0-2 pitch and a swing and a turn. And actually, that ball rolls out through the dugout. And so Dan Bateman now explaining to the runner and the first base coach for Big Spring, saying that was a foul ball. But since it went out, I don't know. That might be a tough call right there. I mean, I didn't know what the rule was. Like, if it's a foul ball. I guess I'm misinterpreting this. I guess the ball was tipped, and since if Josiah Twig actually caught that ball, that would have been an out. But I don't know. And like if it wasn't tipped, goes out of bounds, I guess that's a free base. But here on the next pitch, caught by Mason Sano, throw to first, and that's how the first out gets played. Ball hit right to Mason Sano at shortstop. And there's the first out. Up next here is Carter Hall. Carter Hall here for Big Spring, the number 7 hitter, the center fielder. One out here in the second inning. And good pitch, but just outside. Ball one. Cole Brown on the mound for a second inning of work. And there is ball two to the Big Spring center fielder. Major League Baseball opening day, opening up this Thursday, 48 hours from now on Major League Baseball Network. The New York Yankees and the reigning American League MVP Aaron Judge at home at Yankee Stadium taking on the San Francisco Giants. That was strike one actually, so 2 balls in the strike. One thing I'm really excited about Major League Baseball this season, ladies and gentlemen, is for the first time ever in the history of the league, everybody faces everybody. Like, it's incredible. Like the New York Yankees, they'll face every team in the American League, they'll face every team in the National League, and that goes for all 30 teams. It is unprecedented. It's the first time in history that Major League Baseball is having a schedule like that. And that is awesome in my opinion. Like, I'm not a big fan of the pitch clock. I kind of liked it in the minor leagues, like what the Harrisburg Senators did for the last couple years. And that's ball 4 on a 3-1 count. So Carter Hall is going to reach first base on a walk. So 1 out base runner here for Big Spring. I'm also a fan of for Major League Baseball, I'm a big fan of no defensive shifts this year. Like, you have to have 2 infielders on each side of second base. 1 to the left, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. You can't have 3 players on one side of the infield. And I love that. I'm also, this is my biggest rule change that I'm really excited about this year. No automatic runner on second base for extra innings. I hated that. I did not like it for last year. I think they did it for 2 years, actually. But I did not like it. I basically, I'm a fan of that when it comes to college softball or high school softball. I think they do that for high school softball. I guess I'll find out sometime this year. But yeah, Major League Baseball, the automatic round in second for extra innings. That is a no go for me, and I'm so happy that they got rid of that this year. But everybody faces everybody. That's the big thing for Major League Baseball this year. You take a guess on what the World Series matchup is going to be? You won't have to, because you're going to see it. And here goes the run off the second, and no throw. Josiah Trigg actually dropped the ball behind the plate. This is Josh Hawkinsmith, by the way, for Big Spring. No balls and 2 strikes to Hawkinsmith as the count. Runner on second now after stolen base, and there's a call, strike 3 to Hawkinsmith. And that's the second out. There we go with the 9-hole here for Big Spring. Here's Jake Nouse. Runner on second here with 2 outs. Big Spring trying to retake their lead. Here's the number 9 hitter, Jake Nouse, and the first pitch to him is down low for ball 1. And quick throw to second. No good. 1 ball, no strikes to Jake Nouse. Carter Hall at second. And here's a swing, and this goes out to right field. Bryce Smith calling for it. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. No fancy arm work for Bryce Smith this time, but Big Spring strands a runner at second. So no runs on no hits. 1 walk, 1 run left on base. In the top of the second inning, we are still tied at 1 apiece, heading into the bottom of the second. We're back here getting set for the bottom of the second inning. Still 1 run score here. And for Westbury, it is 8-9-1 due up here for the Mustangs after 7 batters came up to bat in the first inning. Here is the first baseman, Braden McKeever. McKeever had a fantastic play in the first inning. See if he sparks anything on offense here. And here's the first pitch to McKeever. And McKeever takes strike one. Big Spring, no runs on no hits, no errors, leaving one runner on first in the top of the second inning. McKeever showing signs of bunt, and McKeever says he went around. Dan Bingaman, the home plate umpire for today's game. Dan Bingaman, a well-known umpire around these parts. Good friend of my dad, Mark Wall. He was a fantastic baseball umpire. He's probably watching right now. I probably got to know him so well when I was in school here. And me and Dan, we're actually friends on Facebook. Probably something you probably shouldn't say on the live broadcast on international website. Hey, I don't care. He's a great guy, though. He's a great umpire. He had one tough call already in the second inning, but alright, he's a fantastic umpire, and all the teams around here, they love him, as far as I know. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Braden McKeever. McKeever, 2-2, line drive, and that's why I am right here. not too far off to my right, but still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, that's good. Just keep it down there. Not right here. I remember last year so well during a softball game. We had a softball game here against Shippensburg, and one of the Shippensburg girls hit a line drive right to me. My camera got hit, but it was all good. At least I didn't get hit. Swing and a miss there for McKeever. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's number 9 hitter, Tanner Sigler. Tanner's family in attendance here. Tanner Sigler, the number 9 hitter for West Perry. Mason Sano at the top of the lineup on deck. And there's a call, strike one. Still pitching for Big Spring is Caleb Stewart. He had a surprising first inning. He had 2 very quick outs on 4 pitches in the first inning. Then he walked the next 3 batters, and 1 run scored on a pass ball. That ball went absolutely nowhere except to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know you want to have a waste pitch, but that really was a pitch wasted. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tanner Sigler, and down low, ball 2. There's already been some storylines for District 3 baseball this year. Northern York, the Polar Bears, shocking the world earlier last week on the road at Cumberland Valley, beating the Eagles. Close scoring game. I forget what the score was. I think it was like a 1-run, 2-run game, but Northern looking like they could be a powerhouse this year, already beating Cumberland Valley on the road. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big Spring, one win, 1 loss. Playing their first 2 games of the year, losing at home against Carlisle. And a late call, but it's a call, strike 3, and that's 3 strikeouts in a row now. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Caleb Stewart. The bottom of the lineup not producing much for the Mustangs. 2 strikeouts in, now a strikeout looking, and now we're back to the top of the lineup for Mason Sano. Sano 0 for 1, grounded out to shortstop his first time up in the first inning. And here he is in the second. We have 2 outs, base is empty. And first pitch way up high, ball 1. 1-0, the same count where Mason Sano grounded out to shortstop. Shortstop Josh Hawkinsmith might want to be ready for this next pitch. After the loss against Carlisle, Big Spring bounced back with a win on the road at Bermudian Springs. 1-1 to the sophomore Mason Stano. Mason Stano had an unbelievable freshman year last year, hitting over 500 batting average, leading the team in batting average, stolen bases, RBIs. And here's a ground ball again to the shortstop, and no, there's the bases umpire. Bases umpire is Peter Train. And he's saying that the first baseman was off the bag on the throw. And now here comes the Big Spring coach, Jesse Hortner, to talk about that call, because it was right to the shortstop, Josh Hawkinsmith. It looked like a good throw, but they're saying that the first baseman, Brady Singer, was off the bag. So it had been close. You can probably see it for yourself when this live broadcast becomes on demand. You can catch the archive right here on the West Prairie Playing Part YouTube channel. Just remember, 54 minutes into the broadcast. See if we can look into that. So, nonetheless, I think it's got to be rolled an E3. Rich's first on ever. Quick throw over first, of course. Sound staying put. Here's Josiah Twig now. He grounded out to first base his first time, making him 0 for 1. Bottom of the second inning, 1-1 the score. Another quick throw over to first. Sano staying put. Has to dive for it. Looking at the week ahead, West Prairie Baseball will be back here at home on Thursday to take on Shippensburg. Then on Friday, we have a little bit of a schedule change. There goes Mason Santa, the top base runner in District 3 from a year ago, and he gets a stolen base. Ball was in the dirt, so that made it easy for Santa to launch over to second. 1 ball, no strikes here to Josiah Twig. What's that actually called? A strike? Oh, apparently it was. It could have been closer then, but it's 1 strike to the count, actually. And there's a high ball, but that's got to get foul. For strike 2. Mason Sano at second, 2 outs with 2 strikes to the senior catcher Josiah Twig. Josiah Twig did have his moments a year ago as a junior, now a senior. See if we can give West Prairie the lead here with a base hit. Good throw over, and that ball was tipped. Still a strike 2. So as I was saying, we have a little bit of a schedule change for West Prairie Baseball. Due to impending rain on Saturday, April 1st, this is not an April Fool's joke, ladies and gentlemen. I was about to have fun with this broadcast. But West Prairie baseball game against Juniata has now been moved to this Friday, March 31st. West Prairie versus Juniata, 4:30. West Prairie versus Juniata this Friday, so mark down your calendars. Now, unfortunately, we will not be broadcasting that game because we have West Prairie softball home opener on Friday. West Prairie softball at Big Spring today. No word on any scoring updates from them, but we hope to get them as soon as we can get them. And wow, it's over 5 o'clock already. Remember just a couple weeks ago when it was 5 o'clock and it was pitch black outside? Now look where we are. It's nowhere close to being sunset yet. You gotta love daylight savings time, even though we lose that hour of sleep. Here's the line drive and off the shortstop, and this is gonna be a tough hop there. I don't think, even with the play intact, I don't think Josiah Trigg, I don't think the shortstop will be able to throw the first in time. So that does prevent an RBI. But Josiah Trigg gets an infield single. And Mason stays put at third. So the bad thing for Big Spring is they didn't get it out there. The good news for Big Spring is that they stopped an RBI from happening. So up next here is Cole Brown. He walked and later scored in the first. There goes Josiah. No steal there for Josiah Trigg. Stays put at first. 1 ball, no strikes to Cole Brown. Has a chance to take the lead here for the first time for West Perry. There was something, I don't think Josiah Trigg was paying attention to the base running signal from head coach Jeff Sano over at third base. So they had to ask for a timeout there. That's something that you don't see very often. I guess it's just one of those problems early in the season. I mean, it's only the first game for West Perry. And a step off here for Caleb Stewart. Cole Brown, next pitch, and in there, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the West Perry pitcher. Cole Brown, a junior this year. Josiah Trigg at first, Mason Sano at third base, 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Cole Brown. The next pitch from Stewart. And there for a called strike 2. And a late steal here. And now you got triple here. And West Perry going to perfection. A run is going to come across the score. As Josiah Trigg now on a run down, diving for it. And that is out. Josiah Trigg tagged out at first on the rundown. I don't know if the run actually does come across the score because Mason Sano did cross the plate before the out was made. So we're going to the third inning. We're going to have a confirmation on the score here in the second. And we'll be right back. We're heading to the third inning. Either with a 2-1 lead or tied at 1. We'll find out here in a second. We're back here for the top of the third inning. As you can see on your scoreboard, that run actually did count because the runner Mason Sano did cross home plate before Josiah Twig was tagged out on the rundown. And so that's our score being 2-1. And it's back to the top of the lineup here for the Big Spring Bulldogs. Josh Motter had a leadoff single and came around to score. West Prairie has their first lead of the game, and the first pitch to Motter in the third inning is in the dirt for ball one. So West Prairie getting their first lead of the game, first lead of the season in a bizarre situation. But that run did score on a rundown. And there's ball two to the Big Spring second baseman. Now, I am kind of bummed that West Prairie Juniata baseball game scheduled for April 1st has been postponed to this Friday when I have to do the softball game, the softball home opener for West Prairie softball. They'll be playing Trinity that day. And I was going to have a lot of fun with that broadcast. I mean, being April Fool's Day, which, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite holiday besides Christmas, or next to Christmas, is April Fool's Day. And I was about to have some fun with that broadcast, but, oh well. Mother Nature strikes again, I guess. It started on Saturday with the Perry County tournament being postponed to April 8th. That is the day before Easter Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Remember last year on Easter weekend when West Prairie Baseball hosted Camp Hill? That was a game for the ages. 16-15 of the final of that game a year ago for West Prairie against Camp Hill on Easter weekend. Now we got the Perry County tournament on Easter weekend here at West Prairie. Can you imagine if we have like 4 games, all high scoring just like that? Man, that would be a day. But yep, Perry County tournament now on April 8th. And that ball, I think it was off the catcher's mask or Sarah Twig, but nonetheless, it was ball 4, so Josh Motter reaches first on a walk. Yeah, there was no signal from the home plate umpire that the ball did not hit Josh Motter, so it was a full count, and it was ball 4. So Big Spring has a leadoff runner on again. Here's Graham Walk, quick over to first, nothing doing. Over here now is the next pitch. A check swing and clearly went around. Graham Walk swings and misses. That was an easy call to make for Dan Bengelman. You can even tell from this side that he clearly went around. 1 strike. No outs. Runner on first. Here's the 0-1 pitch, slow breaking ball outside, ball 1. For Cole Brown, and now a junior this year, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill. He's like last year we had our best pitcher Aiden Russell having a fantastic year. He had some moments on offense and defense a year ago. Now we hear he's doing great things over at Elizabethtown College. Been following his performance all year so far. He's been doing great. I think he has 2 or 3 games under his belt. His first game was down in Florida against Penn State Bearland. And Aaron Russell got his first career win in college baseball in that game. Congratulations to Aaron Russell. First of many, we hope, for Aiden Russell. Elizabethtown College. Hopefully we get a chance to see him play sometime this season. At least that's what I'm trying to. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Graham Walk. Who knows? Maybe Ian Russell is watching right now. That would be cool. If you are, let us know. Like, let us know in the live chat saying, "Hey, here I am. I'm off. I'm done with practice for today. Now I'm watching the good alma mater." Step off here for Cole Brown. We also know Nelson Seabolt was a recruit for Elizabethtown College. I believe he's redshirting this year because he wasn't on the roster this year. And usually that means that he's a redshirting this year. Not necessarily a bad thing. Like, you can still practice with the team. And plus, you pretty much like a bonus year, if you will, for college sports. Also, Grayson Shambaugh, another senior we had here a year ago. Not playing any sports. Might be doing some intramurals. He's over at Penn State Harrisburg. Here he's doing great things over there at Penn State. Penn State Harrisburg. After a couple football games, of course. And there's a double play. Nice stop there. Turning over 6-4 free double play to Mason Sato. Over to Austin Lyons to find Brandon McKee with a 6-4 free double play. And that will end the inning. Or no. West Point thought that was an double play. That was only 2 outs. That was the second batter. 6-4 free double play, but the inning is not over. So now here's Brady Singer. One of the great bloopers of the year right there. So West Bay thought the inning was over. There's only 2 outs. You still got to get one more. There's a big swing and miss. Brady Singer had a double in his first plate appearance. Now bases are empty with 2 outs. Yeah, it even got me there a little bit when I saw the team coming in. Like, it made me think that the inning was over. No, that was only 2 outs on a great double play. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Brady Singer. A pitch up high. That was a great play there. Great double play there for the Mustang defense. 6-4-3. But 2 outs. Swing and up ball. Chop back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Guess West Prairie is so used to getting double plays over the years that they're used to them ending the inning. Well, I guess that is normal for most baseball games. And here's a chopper, and that's got to get foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Maybe West Bright thought they started the inning at the bottom of the lineup. No, they start at the very top. 1, 2, 3 hitters for Big Spring in the 3rd inning. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, it looked good. Cole Brown wanted it, but that was ball 2. Cole Brown thought that was it. But nope. 2-1 the score for the Mustangs. After this halfway inning, we'll have our trivia question of the game. Here's a chopper. Great scoop by Mason Sano over the 3rd, and that is the end of the inning right there. 6-4 free double play, followed by a 6-3 putout. After a leadoff walk, no score for the Bulldogs. And we'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd inning. West Prairie maintains a 2-1 lead. Looking for more. We are back here now getting set for the bottom of the third inning. 3, 4, and 5 guys stood up for the Mustangs. Cole Brown will lead us off. He did have a 1-2 count on him in the second before Josiah Twig was tacked out on a rundown. But that rundown did produce a run scored. Mason Sano was at third, and he scored before the third out was made. So here we go again. Cole Brown. Here's Cole Brown, and the first pitch is a fastball right there for strike one. Big Spring, no runs, no hits, no errors. Had one walk, but that was erased with a double play, followed by a ground ball to Mason Sano. And here's the 0-1. Swing and miss. Cole Brown down 2 strikes. Still on the mound for Big Spring is Caleb Stewart. Good pitching matchup in the first game of the season for West Perry. Third game of the year for the Bulldogs. And there's a called strike 3. 3 pitches for the strikeout. That is strikeout number 4 for Caleb Stewart. That's the first out. West Perry. Cole Brown only has 1 strikeout. That was against Josh Hawkinsmith in the second inning. Up next here is Quentin Ogden. He walked his first time up to the plate. So no official at bat for him. In fact, the next 3 batters, Quentin, Bryce Smith, and Austin Lyons. Or actually, I take that back. Cole Brown actually walked his first time up too. So here is a called strike to Quentin Ogden, a West Perry third baseman. West Perry softball is at Big Spring today. They actually probably already finished their game already. Still had yet to hear from their game. Their first game of this ball is hammered, and it's going to split the gap to right center field. Ogden off to the races. That ball was hammered. It was a missile, and Quentin Ogden reaches second on a 1-out double. Man, that was elevated a little bit. That could have been over to where the discus throw is heading, because that ball was ripped. First extra base hit for the Mustangs today. Up next here is Bryce Smith. Quentin Ogden at second. Here's Bryce Smith, another senior for the Mustangs. That ball takes a hop, and it gets away from the catcher, and Ogden is very quickly going to go over to third on a wild pitch. Wild pitch here, ball 1 to Bryce Smith. And the Mustangs have a chance to extend their lead. 2-1 for 2.5 innings. And next pitch, swung on and missed. Bryce Smith not laying off the high fastball. Again, that can be a very tough pitch to lay off sometimes. If that was me, I'd be swinging every single time. That's pretty much what I do on MLB The Show, the video game. I just swing at everything. That's probably another bad thing to say on international broadcast. Especially if you're a gamer and you want to face me online, guess what? You're probably going to win, because I just swing at everything. One ball, 2 strikes here to Bryce Smith. Right on third with 1 out. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and that's a big second out. Strikeout number 5 for Caleb Stewart. And there are now 2 outs. With runner on third. Here's Austin Lyons. He was hit by a pitch on 1 ball and 2 strike count. His first time up. See if Austin Lyons. First falsely start for him. See if he can West Prairie a bigger lead. 1 ball here to Austin Lyons. Caleb Stewart trying to keep that runner put at third base. Not a great swing there. Austin Lyons a little bit late on that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I bet Quinn Ogden, if he elevated his bat a little bit, like if he had a little bit of a curve to that swing, that ball might have went out to where the discus throw is taking place right now. And here's a bunt, and that is going to get foul, and that's going to get strike 2. Austin Lyons, not known for his speed, but trying to get the Big Spring defense off guard, especially with 2 outs. Now that bunt gets erased with 2 strikes, so I'll be shocked if Austin Lyons goes for that again here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Quinton Ogden at third base. The 1-2 from Stewart. Up high for ball 2. Another good thing for me about West Prairie baseball game on Saturday being postponed to Friday is that I get a little bit more time to watch WrestleMania. I'm not a big WWE fan, but every year I still watch WrestleMania, and this ball is hit hard out to center field, but right to the center fielder Carter Hall, and that will end the inning. West Prairie leaves a runner at third base. And the score remains at 2-1. You're watching West Prairie Baseball against the Big Spring Bulldogs, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th inning here in this one. We are back here for the top of the 4th inning, and now is a good time for a West Prairie Athletic Park trivia question of the game. When was the last time the Mustangs won a season opener at home against a division opponent? Very specific question here today. First trivia question of the spring. It's very specific. When was the last time the Mustangs won a season opener at home against a division opponent? We'll have that answer for you coming up in the next half inning. Over here now, top of the 4th inning, and this ball is chopped out by Caleb Stewart. Caleb Stewart, the opposing pitcher, fouls it off for strike 1. Opening day here for West Perry baseball. A season of redemption, if you will. The number one seed in the District 3 4A playoffs a year ago, and losing in the quarterfinals in their first playoff game in an upset against the number 9 seed Fleetwood. Fleetwood Tigers coming to town a year ago, upsetting the top seed in District 3 Quad A. Big Spring was the number 10 seed in those same playoffs a year ago. They lost in their first game on the road at number 7 Middletown. This is a chopper, and Mason Sano knocks it down. Could not make a play on it. He took a hard slip right there. It looks like Sano is going to be okay. A little slow to get up, but he looks to be fine. And that's going to be rolled an infield single for Caleb Stewart. So now we're going to have a pinch runner here. Adam O'Leary. Adam O'Leary is going to be pinch running here for the pitcher, Caleb Stewart. So a leadoff runner for Big Spring in back-to-back innings. And here's Caden Clark. Caden Clark, the catcher. Ground out to the pitcher to end the first inning, his first at-bat. Cole Brown still on the mound for the Mustangs. No pitchers warming up in either bullpen here. And there's ball one to Caden Clark, the Big Spring catcher. West Perry Track and Field having their home opener today in a tri-meet against West Shore Christian and Camp Hill. And hopefully getting some updates from them later on in this broadcast. And showing signs of bunt. Pulled back. And it's ball two. Two balls, no strikes to Caden Clark. Another quick throw over. Nothing doing. Adam O'Leary diving back in. Again, we want to thank everybody at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. And there is ball three to Caden Clark. This is the first time that Big Spring batter has gone the count to 3-0. And so it's a bunt and pulled back, but it's called strike one. Looking at the week ahead, West Perry Baseball will be back here at home on Thursday to take on the Shippensburg Greyhounds. Then on Friday, they will host Juliana for Military Appreciation Day. And nothing on Saturday or Sunday. On Friday, we'll have, right here on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel, the home opener for West Perry Softball. They'll be taking on Trinity at 3:30. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that ball is tipped and it's fouled off. Couldn't hear from right here if that ball was tipped by a metal bat. But that's why I'm not the home plate umpire. Dan Bingaman, the home plate umpire, saying it was foul. So now the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. No outs with a runner on first. Comes a 3-2 pitch, we think. And nope, timeout at the plate. Now, normally for West Perry in the last few years, we open up the season with the Perry County Baseball Tournament, which really is surprising that we start off the season in the last few years with that tournament. And safe at the play is safe at first is Adam O'Leary. But because of Mother Nature striking on Saturday, this past Saturday, Perry County tournament has been postponed to April 8th, Easter weekend. West Prairie will take on the Greenwood Wildcats. And Clyde Harrison bung and played perfectly by Cole Brown, and it's a successful sacrifice, a risky sacrifice, but on a full count. And Adam O'Leary is over at second base now after a successful sacrifice. Up next here is Ethan Eisenberg. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up, making him 0 for 1 and step off. It kind of is a big sports weekend coming up, ladies and gentlemen. You got WrestleMania, big WWE fans out there ready for WrestleMania this year. Over at SoFi Stadium in Englewood, California, home of the Los Angeles Rams and Chargers. WrestleMania is Saturday and Sunday. Also the NCAA Final Four college basketball happening this Saturday. My bracket has already been busted. I was hoping for Penn State versus Duke. I'm not even joking about that. 1 ball, no strike here to Ethan Eisenberg. On a wild pitch, Caleb Stewart went over to third. Quick been knocked down, and that ball actually got away from Mason Stano, who was covering third base. And because of that, on an error, Caleb Stewart, or Adam O'Leary, is going to come across to score. Officially ruled that an E2, error on Josiah Twig. And just like that, we are now tied at 2. But the good thing is, two balls to count now to Ethan Eisenberg, and the bases are now empty with 1 out. So starting back over, 2-2 now, here in the top of the 4th inning. There's the 2-0 to Eisenberg, and it's in there for a called strike 1. They officially ruled that an error on Josiah Twig. Two balls, 1 strike to Ethan Eisenberg. First error of the game for West Perry. And now 3 balls and a strike to a Big Spring left fielder. Son making a quick appearance again. 2-2 the score, and here's a 3-1 pitch, and it's in there for a called strike 2. Eisenberg grounded out to shortstop his first time out. Now he's got the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty. And this ball is tipped and ruled dead at the plate. Ethan Eisenberg waiting the full count pitch again. Chopper over to Mason Sandos. Sandos got to play it perfectly and over to first for the second out. Second time that Ethan Eisenberg grounded out to Mason Sano. There are now 2 outs with the bases empty. Only one earned run for each team so far in this game on a 2-2 score. And here's Carter Hall. He walked his first time up. And the first pitch in there for a called strike. Nice big crowd here. A little chillier now that the sun is starting to go down with some cloud coverage. There is a swing, and that's down the third base line. Foul, strike 2. But it's still a local rivalry. West Prairie versus Big Spring. Always a fan favorite of mine. West Prairie versus Big Spring in anything, really. Especially for basketball. Like the Big Spring basketball staff, coaching staff, they love me. Like, they wish if I wasn't here at West Prairie, they would hire me for sure. But, nah, I wouldn't consider that an official job offer. But if it was, nah, always going past from West Prairie, always going past for your alma mater. Like, really, the only school that I can think of, if I was not the broadcaster here at West Prairie, if I were to broadcast for any other school, honestly, it would be Cumberland Valley. I probably said that before in the last 2 years. But Cumberland Valley has a strong program. They definitely could use some better commentators. I mean, they have some good commentators too, but they're not the Golden Pipes. 2 balls, 2 strikes here, 2 outs. And it popped up right behind us here. Fans got head for cover on that one. This is the one thing that's bad where I'm at right now. There's nobody else around me, and there's a good reason for that. If I get a line drive here, right here, I'm in trouble. But that's why I got a growth with me. But I don't have it on. Here comes another one hanging this way. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I'm okay with foul balls being over here as long as they're up high. Not like that one softball game we had last year against Shippensburg. There's a line drive again. This is going to stay fair and over the first baseman's head, and this is going to be a base hit. So after fouling off a few pitches, Carter Hall takes an 0-2 count and turns it into a base hit. Actually, that was a 2-2 count. So a 1-out base runner in Carter Hall. And up next here is the number 8 hitter, Josh Hawkinsmith. Hawkinsmith struck out looking his first time up. In fact, he is the only Big Spring Bulldog to strike out in this game. 2 outs. Runner on first. That is Carter Hall. The sun's starting to bring a little warmness over here. And here's a high fly ball that's going down the right field line and just over the fence. Could have been an opportunity there for Bryce Smith if he got there a little sooner. He definitely could have reached over and grabbed that ball. That would have been on Sports Center. But it's 1 strike count here to Josh Hawkinsmith. Hawkinsmith was set down on 3 pitches his first time up. Here comes the 0-1 count from Cole Brown and swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 pitch and called strike 3. Josh Hawkinsmith set down on strikes for the second time, and that is the third out of the inning. But one run comes across the score on an error, and we are now tied at 2 apiece through 3.5. You are watching West Prairie Baseball against the Big Spring Bulldogs, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 4th inning. We are back here getting set for the bottom of the 4th inning. Looks like we have a couple comments on here for some West Prairie baseball fans. We see Trisha, that's Aiden's mom, saying good luck West Prairie, and Russell's mom watching. And we have a scoring update from Jessica saying West Prairie girls softball lost 12-2 today. Unfortunately for them, and this ball is high up in the air, and this is going to get well foul. For strike one, the batter here for the Mustangs is Jordy Ogden. Ogden striking out Swing his first time up, taking him 0 for 1. 7, 8, 9 here, so West Prairie girls softball losing 12-2 today, unfortunately. They were staying strong in a close scoring game until late in the 4th. Super proud of how they played against one of their toughest opponents of the season. Yeah, that is true. I mean, Big Spring Softball does have a strong program every single year. I remember when I was in school here, they won the state championship. I think that was my senior year. But yeah, West Prairie, or Big Spring Softball, always a dominant program. We'll see them on Friday for their home opener against Trinity. Non-conference matchup. 1 ball, 2 strikes to, or excuse me, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Jordy Ogden here. Well, hey, at least West Prairie battled Big Spring for a little bit. That's always promising for such a young team too for softball this year. Line drive caught by the shortstop. Ogden able to play and play, but right to the shortstop for the first out. Good awareness there for Josh Hawkinsmith. Up next here is Braden McKeever. Braden McKeever, he struck out swinging his first time up. And first pitch swinging, fouled off, strike 1. 7, 8, 9 Harris, each going down on strikes in their first at bat. Here for their second, tied at 2 apiece. Each team with 2 runs, each team with only 1 earned run. Each team with 1 run scored on an error. And there is called strike 2 to the West Prairie first baseman. Definitely some early season jitters for West Prairie. And that usually is the case. I mean, especially when you're starting off the season, not in the Prairie County tournament, but against a division rival. Mid-Penn Colonial Fishing matchup. Swung on, tipped, and not caught, so it will remain no balls and 2 strikes to count. One out here, bases are empty. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No balls, 2 strikes, and fouled again by McKeever. Right now, here is our answer to a West Prairie Athletic Party trivia question of the game. When was the last time that the Mustangs won a season opener at home against a division opponent? The answer? Back in 2018. Not that long ago, but it's been a while. 2018 was back in a home opener in the division game against Middletown when West Prairie was in the Mid-Penn Conference Capital Division. The Mustangs were victorious 6-2 in that one. And there usually is a trend for West Prairie baseball. Low scoring, close games for their first game of the year. Here is no different. The only exception was last year when West Prairie opened up the Prairie County tournament and just manhandled Newport in the semifinal game before winning the Prairie County Championship against Susquehanna a year ago. Now that tournament has been postponed to April 8th. And here's a line drive, base hit up the middle for Brady McKeever. And one out base runner for the Mustangs. West Prairie has had a base hit in back-to-back innings now, or in 3 straight innings, I should say. Did not record a hit in the first inning, despite scoring a run. So here's the number 9 hitter, Tanner Sigler. See if he can get something going with 1 out and a runner on first. And bunt goes down for Sigler. This is looking beautiful. Throw over the first by the catcher. And nice play there by the Big Spring catcher, Caden Clark. And it's a successful sacrifice there. And that is 2 outs now with Brandon McKeever going over to second. So back to the top of the lineup now. Mason Sano, 0 for 2. He reached first on an error in the second inning and later came around to score. Now he's got a runner on second base with 2 outs. Mason Sano, the top hitter on the West Prairie team a year ago. So he even gets his first hit for his sophomore season. And there's ball 1. Mason Sano, son of head coach Jeff Sano, shortstop for the Mustangs. Fantastic athlete here at West Prairie. A great soccer player. This ball gets through the catcher. And McKeever's got to go over to third base easily. So 2 balls and no strikes to Mason Sano after runner on third. Mason Sano, as I was saying, great athlete here, triathlete, great soccer player, great basketball player, but definitely known for his baseball abilities. 2-0 count, great hitters count with the runner on third. And up high, ball 3. Might not be a bad idea right now to just walk Sano. Even though Josiah Twig is on deck because he has a base hit already in this game. No official RBIs yet for the Mustangs. And there's ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Mason Sano. And now runners on first and third. And now we're going to have a timeout. Could this be it for Caleb Stewart? Don't really see anybody warming up. And yep, that's going to be it for Caleb Stewart. We have a pitching change for us here, and we'll be right back to announce our new pitcher for the Big Spring Bulldogs. Let's Play threatening, looking to retake the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. So we are back here for the pitching change here for Big Spring. The new pitcher for the Bulldogs is Aiden Sally. Caleb Stewart stepping off, but he will still remain in the game as the designated hitter throughout this game now for the Bulldogs. So Aiden Sally, the new pitcher, and he's got his work cut off for him here. Runners on first and third with 2 outs. And here's Josiah Twig. Twig, senior catcher, has a chance to retake the lead for the Mustangs. And so it's out to bunt, and Mason Sano taking off for second base, and no throw. So ball 1, stolen base for Mason Sano. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the Mustangs. And that's the second stolen base for Mason Sano today. Mason Sano, the top stolen base runner for the Mustangs a year ago, already has 2 here today. And there is strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the senior catcher. Runners in scoring position. A good chance to take the lead here, and that's ball 2. What a game here. I mean, it's a low-scoring game, which might not be as exciting for a lot of people, but this is a good pitching duel. And now a new pitcher for the Bulldogs. Things could get interesting here. There is ball 3 now. Again, a walk here wouldn't be so bad here for the Bulldogs, despite having the bases loaded for the 3rd time in this game. But Josiah Twig gets 1 for 2. He had a base hit in his last plate appearance back in the 2nd inning. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and looked to be inside, but it's called strike 2. It's a full count now with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. The full count pitch, and it swung on, popped in the air. Is it going to be playable? No, it goes off the Nice Concrete Construction Incorporated sign. Let's Play Baseball, sponsored by Nice Concrete Construction Incorporated, located in Elliotsburg, Pennsylvania. Still full count here to Josiah Twig. And there is ball four in the dirt, so the bases are loaded, but we're still tied at 2 apiece. And now here is the West Prairie pitcher, Cole Brown. Has a chance to help its own cause here. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. Aiden Sally, the new Big Spring pitcher. And so it's on to bunt right down the middle for strike 1. That's a bit of a surprise right there. I mean, I would never make that call go for a suicide squeeze with 2 outs and the bases loaded. No, I'd be swinging right here. But hey, I'm not Jeff Sands, so he's the one who makes the calls. And here's a swing. It's going to go out to center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. That's right. It's going to retake the lead. One run comes across the score. 2 runs come across the score. And the Mustangs retake the lead. A 2-run single for Cole Brown. Mason Sato and Braden McKeever coming across the score. Josiah Trigg over to third. And up next here is Quentin Ogden, the power hitter. And this ball gets away, and Cole Brown is going to go to second, but Josiah Trigg staying put at third. That's got to be a real wild pitch. Big moment here for the Mustangs. Now up by 2. And looking for more, and this ball did not want to swing. Quentin Ogden did not want to swing, but unfortunately for him, that ball made contact with the bat, so that's going to be a foul ball. Would have been strike 2, or excuse me. Yeah, it would have been ball 2, but instead it's 1-1. And slow breaking ball outside. There's ball 2. Quentin Ogden, 1 for 1. He walked in the first inning, followed up with a double in the third inning. And next pitch swung on and fouled back. Makes the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 runners on scoring position. We see Trisha over on the live chat here on West Prairie YouTube channel live chat. And Russell. And here's a ground ball. We're going to hold off on that foul for a second. There's ball is played perfectly from third. And that will end the inning. But Cole Brown gets the job done with the bases loaded. A single that drives in 2 runs. And the Mustangs have a 4-2 lead. We'll be right back for the top of the 5th inning. You're watching West Prairie Baseball against the Big Spring Bulldogs, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the 5th inning of this one. And we are back here now for the 5th inning. West Prairie scoring 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, leaving 2 runners on base. But West Prairie now with a 4-2 lead here. Both runs were earned in the 4th inning. And now here is 9-1-2 hitters for the Bulldogs. Here is Jake Nouse. Jake Nouse looking at a 1-0 count. He lined out to right field his first time up, and this ball grabbed by McKeever, and a 3-1 put out here. McKeever finding Cole Brown covering first. And that is the first out of the 5th inning. Looks like West Prairie Track and Field is wrapping up their home opener. They had a try-meet today against West Shore Christian Academy and Camp Hill. Here we are in the 5th inning. Seems like a long game, doesn't it? We've been playing for almost 2 hours now. And we're only in the 5th inning. There is ball 1 to the leadoff hitter, Josh Mutter, the number 1 hitter for Big Spring. 1 for 1 so far. He had a leadoff single in the 1st, and he walked to lead off the 3rd inning. And here's a line, a shot, and nice play for Mason Sando. What a throw! What a play! Mason Sando diving for that ball, making a great play, and that's the 2nd out. Up next here is Graham Walk. 0 for 2. He popped out to the first baseman on a great play by Braden McKeever. Then he grounded into a double play. Now bases are empty, and there is strike 1 to Graham Walk. Cole Brown has definitely done better as this game progressed. Sure, he let go 1 run in the last inning, but he's definitely doing good. Only 2 runs, only one of them was earned. Has given up 3 hits so far in this game. Here's a ground ball to Ogden. Ogden a missile over the first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Mustangs. Great inning there for the Mustangs. 3 outs on just 6 pitches. And we are going to the bottom of the 5th. Still 4-2 for West Prairie. Fairly quickly back here for the Bottom of the fifth inning. And here's Brett Smith looking at ball one. And Sally back on the mound for the Bulldogs. There's ball two. Final line score for Caleb Stewart, the starting pitcher for Big Spring. 3 2/3 of an inning. 19 at-bats, had 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, gave up 3 hits, and only 3 earned runs out of 4 runs scored. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Bryce Smith. Good bounce back here for Aiden Sally after being behind 2-0. There's a 2-2 pitch, down low, ball 3. So far, a very good day for our umpires here. Dan Bingaman, the home plate umpire, and Peter Train, the basis umpire today. And this ball was fouled, not caught by the catcher. So it remains 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter in the 5th inning. Bryce Smith up by 2 here, and there's call strike 3. Smith thought that was ball 4, but instead Bryce Smith goes down on strikes for the 2nd time in this game. Making 0 for 2. He walked his first time up, but up next here is Austin Lyons. 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the first, and he flew out to center field his last time up. And there's strike 1 to the Mustang second baseman. Cole Brown is having himself a game here, ladies and gentlemen. Sir giving up 2 runs. Only one of them was earned. There's the bunt, gets down, but foul for Austin Lyons. Makes the count no balls and 2 strikes. We see Trisha saying on Facebook, saying we just watched Aiden Russell, a great pitcher here for West Prairie, now a freshman over at Lesbiatown College. He pitched 2 innings this past weekend at home against Chuniana College. Local referee, and there's a swing and a miss for Austin Lyons. And back-to-back strikeouts for Aiden Sally and the Big Spring Bulldogs. So not much work here in the 5th inning for West Bright, but here's Jordy Ogden, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. Jordy Ogden, younger brother of Quinton, 0 for 2, struck out swing in the first, and he lined out to shortstop his last time up. Slow breaking ball down low, right at the knees for strike 2. Looking for a quick inning here. 0-2, bases empty, 2 outs. Looking to strike out the side. Here's the 0-2 pitch, up high, ball 1. Here comes the 1-2. And swing and a miss, and Aiden Sally strikes out the side in order. And we're going to the 6th inning already. 3 out, 3 down for the Bulldogs in the top of the 5th. And 3 out, 3 down on strikeouts for the Mustangs in the bottom of the 5th. Very quick 5th inning. And we're going to the 6th inning. Still at 4-2. You are watching West Prairie Baseball against the Big Spring Bulldogs. Exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the 6th inning of this one. Back here now for the top of the sixth inning already here in this one. It feels like it's been a long game. It's 6:33 right now. So we've been playing for 2 hours. And we still got 2 innings left to work with. Westbury is 6 outs away from getting the opening day victory here. Westbury will be back in action on Thursday here at home against the Shippensburg Greyhounds. But right now, 6th inning, Westbury up by 2. And here's the first hitter for Big Spring, the number 3 hitter, Brady Singer. And he looks at strike 1. Cole Brown looks like he is locked in. He put down the side in order in the last half inning. Only has 1 strikeout though, so Big Spring has done a pretty good job of putting the ball in play. The only strikeout that Cole Brown got was for the second out in the second inning, striking out Josh Hawkinsmith looking. And there is ball 2. I don't know what the pitch count is right now for Cole Brown, but it's going to be getting up there a little bit. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, up high, ball 3. It can be a difficult decision for any head coach to decide who's going to be getting the start on the mound on the first game of the year. But Westbury head coach Jeff Sano, now it's like his 100th season as the head coach or something like that. He's been here for a long time. And feels coming for Cole Brown, and his ball gets hammered, and is it caught? Yes, it is. Had to back up a little bit, but that ball is caught by Jordy Ogden, and that's the first out. That ball was hit hard on a 3-1 count. And Jordy Ogden able to reach back and hang on to it. Man, nice play there for Jordy Ogden. And up next here is Caleb Stewart. Stewart was the pitcher, but since he was taken out, it's one of those interesting rules for high school baseball. If you get taken out defensively, you can still stay in the game as the designated hitter, and that is what Caleb Stewart is right now for the Bulldogs, the designated hitter. Stewart is 1 for 2 so far. He grounded out, got an RBI in the first inning, and he had a leadoff single in the 4th. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stewart. Big Spring Bulldogs staying hopeful here, only down by 2, but they have 5 outs to work with to get back into this game. The 1-1 in there, call strike 2. It looks like Westbury track and field is still going. I guess all the field defense are done. We don't see Chaplin or Discus anymore, but still some track defense going on over at the football stadium. Westbury track and field having their home opener, and this ball is ripped. And it's going to get down out in right field. And great throw there for Bryce Bell, caught right to second base. And it's a 1-out single for Caleb Stewart. That ends the string of 5 straight retired by Cole Brown. But now a 1-out runner on first. And here is Caden Clark, a Big Spring catcher. And, this ball gets away. But Stewart wisely holding up, because now you have the tying run at the plate with 1 out in the 6th inning. You definitely do not want to take any chances here. And so that's a bunt. Stewart stays put at first, and strike 1. great weather here tonight, unlike what we've seen so far this spring. I've been saying to myself for the last couple weeks, saying that hey, we did not have a very white winter, so we're probably going to have a very wet spring. It's either one or the other, you know. Hey, here's the ground ball getting past Mason Sano, and there's back-to-back hits. Kane Clark getting a single, back-to-back base hits. Caleb Stewart staying put at second, and now here comes Jeff Sano, West Prairie head coach. And it looks like this might be it for Cole Brown. The entire infield coming in for this mound visit. Now you got the tying run at first base. The go-ahead run is coming up at the plate. And no, it doesn't look like this might be a pitching change. So Jeff Stano talking to the infielders along with pitcher Cole Brown. Once again, looking at the week ahead for us here on West Prairie Broadcasting. On Thursday, we'll have West Prairie Baseball again at home against the Shippensburg Greyhounds at 4:30. Then on Friday, we'll have West Prairie Softball home opener against Trinity. The Trinity Shamrocks come in town, non-conference matchup there at 3:30. And that's pretty much it for us for this week. Spring season officially getting started here today. So just a quick mound visit for Jeff Sam. Cole Brown staying on the mound. And here's Ethan Eisenberg. Eisenberg 0 for 2. He grounded out to the shortstop twice in the second and fourth inning. Here he has a chance to cut into the West Prairie lead. There's the first pitch. Eisenberg swings and misses. Struck one. Remember, these two teams, they were both in the District 3 4A playoffs a year ago. And both teams losing in the first game. Big Spring was the number 10 seed. The last available spot in the 4A playoffs. They lost in the first round on the road at the number 7 seed Middletown. The Blue Rays were victorious in that game. And West Prairie was the number 1 overall seed in those playoffs. Losing in the first round in the quarterfinals against Fleetwood. A surprise upset victory for the Tigers. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Ethan Eisenberg. So for both of these teams, this is kind of like a season of redemption. Trying to get back to where they were a year ago. If not, well, for Big Spring, they can do better. For West Prairie, when you're number 1 seed, you can't go anywhere but down or up or stay the same at number 1. But you gotta take a look at some other teams too. You gotta take a look at Northern York. Northern York this season, it's already 1-0, and this ball is popped up and caught by Cole Brown, and that is a big out number 2. Staying put at first and second. Up next here is Carter Hall. He had a base hit his last time up. As I was saying, Northern York, they have 1 game in already, and that was not a small win. They were on the road at Cumberland Valley, and the Polar Bears beat the Eagles. So look out for Northern this year. They could be a real deal. And there's strike 1 now to Carter Hall. 2 outs. The tying run is at first base. Runners on first and second. West Prairie 4 outs away from getting an opening day victory. And step off and close at second by Caleb Stewart, staying put at second. I would step off and, Mason Stanley, nice job to keep hanging onto that ball and not let it go past second base out to the center field. No balls, one strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for the Bulldogs. There's a swing, line drive, and caught by the first baseman, Brandon McKeever. And that's the third out. We are heading to the bottom of the second. Big Spring strands the tying runs. And we'll be right back for the bottom of the sixth. West Prairie hangs on for a 4-2 lead. Here we go for the bottom of the sixth inning. And Westbury is 3 outs away from getting an opening day victory, but they're looking for a low insurance right now. Aiden Sally still on the mound, and first pitch swinging for Brandon McKeever is caught by the third baseman and thrown over to first. One pitch, there's 1 out. Brandon McKeever going down on 1 pitch swinging. And here comes Tanner Sigler, the number 9 hitter. Laid on a sacrifice bunt his last time up when he's 0 for 1. And there's ball 1. It looks like we might have a new pitcher coming up here. Bryce Smith is heading towards the West Prairie bullpen. And Sigler swings and misses at the next pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Starting to get a little dark here. The sun's setting down on gorgeous Perry County, Pennsylvania. And here's the swing and slow roller to the shortstop. Got to make a quick play, and the ball is dropped. And that was close, so I think that's going to be ruled an infield single. It was a slow roller thanks to the infield ground, so we're going to count that an infield single for Tanner Sigler. That was close. It was very close, but we're going to count this an infield single. Even with the throw off in time, and even though it was dropped, I don't think it made it to first base in time. So back to the top runner lineup now. West Prairie up by 2. Quick throw over. Nothing doing. Yeah, just a thing, just a couple weeks ago, at this time, 6:45, and his bunt is laid down, and now you got to take a big risk. Chip Sanders was saying, go over to third, trying to make us a play here, and whoa, wait a minute, the home plate umpire, Dan Bingham, is saying that is safe at the third. The throw was definitely there in time. What a play! I mean, Mason Sand was getting down a sacrifice, but then Tanner Sigler putting off his speeding boots on and goes all the way to third. Wow! A sacrifice bunt to give one runner from first to third. West Prairie looking for some insurance. Runner on third with 2 outs now, and there's ball 1 to Josiah Twig. Twig, 1 for 2. He walked his last time up. He had a base hit in the second inning. That was caught on a rundown to end that second inning. And there's strike 1. Yeah, that was a gutsy call there. Jeff Sale telling Terrence Sickler, run your horses, man. You gotta go. Sacrifice bunt to go from first to third, and never seen anything like that. That takes guts, and that's what Jeff Stano does. I mean, he just likes to take big risks like that, and they don't always pay off, but that time it did. 2 balls and a strike now to Josiah Twig, and there's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on third with 2 outs. Yeah, that was just a fantastic play right there. And now a timeout. Ball went out to field outside the bullpen here. Guess a very bad pitch was thrown there. And next pitch down low, ball 3. The count is now 4. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Back-to-back plate appearances for Josiah Twig to get the count full. Big spot here for the Mustangs. Big spot here for the Bulldogs. And there is ball 4. So now you have runners at the corners now with 2 outs. Now, wait a minute. Now look at this. Now you got a run down between third base and the home plate, and a dive and safe. West Prairie just pulling off all the stops here, trying to score a big insurance run, and because of that, Josiah Twig was able to go over to second base. So I don't know, what would you call that? Like, would you call a walk and then a stolen base while a rundown was happening? West Prairie just pulling off all the tricks here today. So now you got 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs, and here's Cole Brown. He had a base hit with the bases loaded to drive in 2 runs that gave West Prairie a 4-2 lead, and that score still stands. Cole Brown has a chance to be a big winner here today. On the mound and on offense. And there's strike 1. This is definitely a lesson here for the Big Spring Bulldogs. Don't get caught napping, because West Prairie is taking full advantage of that. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled back, strike 2. I thought I'd seen everything there is to see about West Prairie baseball. I'm learning something new here today. And here's a swing, popped up. This could be a difficult play right here, but nope, it's going to be caught by the second baseman. And West Prairie again, strange runners in scoring position. That has been a problem for West Prairie today. But we are heading into the 7th and final inning of this one. West Prairie 3 outs away from getting to 1-0 in the new season. We'll be right back for the top of the 7th inning. We are back here now for the top of the seventh inning. Last chance coming up here for the Big Spring Bulldogs. Big Spring 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Bottom, then top for the Big Spring Bulldogs. And it looks like we have a pitch hitter here for the Big Spring Bulldogs. Cole Brown is going to look for a complete game, and here's a thrower to first. That was Chase Sturm, laying pinch hitter here for Chase Sturm, and he grounds out on one pitch to the shortstop. A very quick first down on one pitch. That's exactly what West Prairie needed. And here's the first pitch swinging and out towards center field and caught by Tanner Ziegler, and 2 pitches, 2 outs. That was Jake Naus. And back to the top of the lineup now. Last chance here for the Bulldogs. Josh Motter. Josh Motter, last chance here. Top of the lineup for the Bulldogs. He takes ball 1. Definitely don't want a 3-pitch inning if you're a Big Spring. Last chance to tie this game up or perhaps take the lead. Next pitch, grounder. Ogden, grounded, throwing a first, scoop by McKeever, and that won't do it. Great play to end the first game of the year. The Mustangs go 1-0 to start the 2023 season. Great first game for the Mustangs, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds for West Prairie Athletic Player of the Game. We'll be right back in 30 seconds for the post-game wrap-up. West Prairie wins 4-2. We are back here now for the West Prairie Athletic Power and Post Game Report. As you can see on the top of your screen, one of our new upgrades for broadcasting this year, our new virtual scoreboard. 4-2 the final for the West Prairie Mustangs. Big lessons to be made here for the Big Spring Bulldogs, especially towards the later innings when they were caught napping and West Prairie base running, just taking full advantage of that. West Big Spring definitely has a lot to learn. It's still early part of the season, but a great game by both teams. Great pitching duel for both teams. Final line score for both teams. West Prairie, 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. and they left 7 runners on base. For Big Spring, 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 run, and they left 5 runners on base. Big game here for West Prairie Athletic player of the game, Cole Brown. Cole Brown getting the start on the first game of the year, and he did not disappoint. Complete game victory, 7 innings, faced 28 batters, only had 1 strikeout, but he only gave up 1 walk, 5 hits, and 1 earned run. Cole Brown getting the W for the Mustangs. The losing pitcher is Caleb Stewart for Big Spring. 3 2/3 of an inning, faced 19 batters, had 5 strikeouts, walked 4 batters, gave up 3 hits, gave up 3 earned runs in the loss for Big Spring. West Prairie starts the 2023 season 1-0 overall and in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. West Prairie will be back in action on Thursday for our next broadcast, as West Prairie will host the Shippensburg Greyhounds right here at West Prairie High School on Thursday at 4:30. That's our next broadcast here. Big Spring will return home on Thursday as well, as they will take on the Waynesboro Indians at 4:15. Best of luck to the Big Spring Bulldogs. We'll see them again later this season at Big Spring. That's going to do it for us here. Big Spring, by the way, drops to 1-2 overall. They are now 0-1 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. We'll see you on Thursday for West Prairie Baseball against Shippensburg. That's going to do it for us. On behalf of our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, and our high school principal, Chris Ron, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes at West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from West Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of West Prairie Baseball against the Big Spring Bulldogs, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score in this one, West Prairie wins it 4-2. Good night, everybody. Happy spring.